Today, we are making homemade cheesy bread from scratch. Loading up with even more cheese, then we're going to take it outside to the Blackstone and make the ultimate grilled cheese sandwich. And the best part, this isn't even a complicated recipe. It's something you can even make in your own home. Today, we're starting with something a little crazy. Instead of just buying a loaf of bread to make your grilled cheese sandwich, we are making the bread. And not just any bread. We're making a soft, fluffy white bread loaded with sharp cheddar, mozzarella, and Parmesan. And then we're going to put that on the Blackstone. First thing first, we're going to add 4 grams or 1 1/8 teaspoon of yeast, 60 grams or about a 1/4 cup of warm water, 180 grams or a 3/4 cup of milk. And then of course, to feed that yeast, we are going to be adding 12 grams or about a tablespoon of sugar. Let's get that in there. We're going to give this a nice little mix. Let everything wake up. Let it get nice and foamy. All right, now that we are starting to get nice and foamy, let's go ahead and add 1 egg, 2 tablespoons softened unsalted butter, 4 grams or 1 teaspoon of salt, and roughly half of our bread flour. This is 360 grams of bread flour. We're going to add, about half of it. Get your dough hook on, and we're going to let this go until it starts coming together. Now that everything's kind of come together, let's go ahead and add the rest of our bread flour. We're looking for a soft dough that pulls away from the side of the bowl. So let's let this go for about a minute or two. All right, so as you can see now, the dough is really starting to pull away from the sides of the bowl. So now we're gonna ramp this up one more speed. Let your dough hook do a lot of the heavy lifting. We'll let this go for about 8 to 10 minutes and really knead in that flour and all that gluten and get a nice, stretchy, tacky, elastic dough. All right, so it's been about 8 minutes. Let's go ahead and shut this off. Just go ahead, slide this out of the way. Make sure you do get all of that nice, sticky, tacky dough off your dough hook. Next, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of flour onto our surface, like so. Get this bread, plop the dough down onto the surface. Now for this, you may want to lightly grease or lightly flour your hands. What we're going to do now is we're going to just knead this just a couple more times. Then we're going to turn this into a nice tight ball. Being sure to tuck the ends in. So we're going to, obviously, we are going to have a pretty side and a not so pretty side. So, if you have a nice ball like that, get yourself another bowl that is lightly greased. We're going to plop that in there. Hit it with just a little bit more cooking spray on top. Then we're going to cover this and let it rise. This is the worst part of baking, is the waiting. But you have to let this guy rise for at least an hour or until it doubles in size. So, see you back here in about an hour. All right, guys. Been about an hour. The grandkids are awake. They smelled the bread from the last time. They're really excited about this. Let's see how we look. Ooh, that looks pretty. All right, so first thing I do, you gotta punch out the gases. My wife's butt again. Now I got the gases just like that. Let's lightly flour the surface, and we're gonna flip it out, just like so. All right, so just like the last time we made bread, we want this to be about 9 by 12. Get it out to about ½ inch thick. Roll it out. You can use it by hand or you can use a rolling pin like I am. Once again, you want to make sure it is wide enough to fit the pan. I made the mistake last time and my bread did not look very good. But we're going to do things a little different. We're going to make this cheesy. So in here I have some shredded cheddar. I have some shredded mozzarella and a little bit of grated Parmesan. Dump that all in there. And then we have some onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of parsley for color. Dump that in. Now we want to work this. You don't want to overwork this to where you're overworking the bread. We just want to make sure that everything gets nice and incorporated in the dough. Because if not, you're just going to have a giant cheese pocket in the middle. We want this all the way through. All right. Everything seems nice and cheesy in there. Let's flatten this back out. I'm working on it, buddy. I promise you, I'm working on it. So something like that. We're going to pop this into a greased loaf pan. So once again, if you have another loaf pan, go ahead and invert it. I got the word right this time. On top of this, we're going to let it rise. I don't have a second loaf pan this size, so I'm going to take this baking pan, flip it like that, let this go for another ½ hour to 45 minutes. You basically want this to rise to where it's about 1 inch over the lip of the bread pan. And for the magic of movie magic, come on, God. All right, so bread didn't rise nearly as much as I wanted. So when you're doing this, make sure you use room temperature cheese. I put cold cheese in here, so I think it kind of hindered the rising a little bit, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do now, we have a little bit of melted butter. We're just going to go ahead and brush this on there. I'm working, I promise, buddy. Grandpa's going as fast as he can. Oh, dang, ankles. All right. So normally, we just go ahead and throw this in a 350-degree oven for now. But I'm going to add more cheese. This is just some more shredded cheese, shredded cheddar. So I'm going to sprinkle this on top. Got to pay the wife tax. And a little bit of some Parmesan cheese. Yeah, that's good enough. Going in a 350-degree oven for about 35 to 38 minutes until it's nice and golden brown. Once it's done, we'll pull it out. Then we're heading outside to make some grilled cheese sandwiches. See you in a bit. Am I live? Cover the cheese.
Okay.
All right. It's been about 35 minutes. Let's get something else we don't burn my wife's counters. I'm getting it, I promise, buddy. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. Ain't that pretty? So this was at 35 minutes, 350 degrees. If you want yours a little bit darker, go ahead and go a little darker. Oh, that's nice and soft too. So what we're gonna do, let this sit and cool down for about 10 minutes before we transfer over to a wire rack. We are not gonna slice this until it's completely cooled. And then, Blackstone time. Meet y'all out there, guys. All right, you see, we're back outside. Bread is done, it's cooled enough. Make sure you let yours cool completely though first, guys, before you start slicing into this. Otherwise, it's gonna be a little difficult to cut. So with a very, very sharp serrated bread knife, look at that, guys. Cheesy, fluffy. Oh, it's so good. Oh, yeah, really good. All right, so now we're gonna make the ultimate grilled cheese. For this grilled cheese, we're using, of course, regular American cheese. for that creaminess, cheddar for that flavor, and for the ultimate cheese pull, mozzarella. Let's get this thing started. All right, bread's all sliced. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Of course, you do want a fairly generous amount of butter. Make sure your butter is completely softened, unlike mine. I'm just not having, this is just not working for me today.
Oh, hear me out. You can just throw it on the grill and slap the bread.
You know what? You are absolutely right. So, piece of bread. You want your grill about low to medium low heat. You don't want to scorch the cheese or the butter. You just want to get it nice and toasty. So for this, because it is kind of a big piece of bread, I'm doing 1.5 slices of American cheese. Doing nice dollop of some cheddar and some freshly shredded mozzarella. Get that all nice and down on there. Try this one more time with the butter. Honestly, this bread's still warm. I can just let the bread melt it. Good enough. And now here comes probably the hardest part of this whole thing. We're waiting. Don't rush this, guys. You want that bread to get nice and toasty on there, get that butter nice and melty, get all those cheeses in there melted. So yeah, now we're just gonna wait. All right, guys, it's the moment of the truth. You ready for this flip? Let's hope this stays together. 3, 2, 1. Look at that nice golden brown. All right, now we're gonna let this sit for a couple more seconds on this side. Let that get nice and cooled. My dog is praying I drop more bread and cheese. Ain't gonna happen. All right, grilled cheese is done. Look at that, absolutely beautiful, nice and golden brown. I'm gonna let this cool for just a couple of seconds, because if not, that thing's gonna be napalm in your mouth. Ah, screw it, what the heck. Go ahead and get a nice little cut going here. Oh, look at that cheese pull, guys. Gorgeous. If I don't post again, it's because I burnt my mouth off. Mmm. That bread is delicious, nice and soft with the crispy exterior. That blended cheese is delicious. Nice cheese pull. Nice little tanginess from the sharp cheese. And of course, you got that creaminess from the American cheese. Guys, that is it. If you like this video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All the good fun stuff. Remember, here at Masters of the Griddleverse, simple recipes, legendary foods, making memories with your family. Until next time, I'll catch you later.